Hi, everybody. No, it's not a mistake and it's not an April Fool's joke. That really is snow coming down and landing on the beautiful trees that were leafing out and the flowers that were blooming, and it's all right. It's a spring snow in Rochester, New York, and it's not gonna last as long as it's not too heavy on the leafy limbs so that they break. It's all okay. This is the morning after the announcement of the Chauvin trial, and we lift up George Floyd and his memory. We lift up his family. We lift up the prosecutors. When I woke up this morning, of course, last night I watched the verdict, and I was standing there in front of the television just sobbing and yelling, yes, yes. 3 times I got to yell that. And tears of joy, tears of hope, I think. Then I woke up this morning to see the snow, and Maddie knew what it was right off the bat. She wouldn't even go outdoors. So I had to kind of take her out for a little bit. But as I look around at the snow now, I think that it's a physical reminder from God. One of my friends wrote me last night and says, maybe this is what a resurrection experience looks like. And I think it is. Many of us were waiting. He was suffocated to death. Horrible way to die. And in many ways, we've been waiting to breathe again until yesterday. And I'm just so very grateful that we are where we are. And it doesn't mean that everything is resolved. There are a lot more cases, and some happened, within moments of the verdict. So we have a lot of work to do. But it's an event like this, this verdict, that, I don't know, for me, rebirths hope in the system, hope for the possibility of doing things differently, for hearing and writing and conveying different messages. And the snow on the ground today is sort of a manifestation of that, I think, for me. And I look around, and it's not perfectly white, right? We've got outcroppings of stone, or outcroppings of grass, and outcroppings of trees. This is not the same landscape that was there in the winter when it was really a stark snow. This is not. This is a snow that has life at the edges, that's bursting up through. And I think that's emblematic of what we're going through as a culture. This verdict gives us kind of like a new whiteboard, like the snow on the ground, a whiteboard. And there will be outcroppings of evil and outcroppings of hatred. But we have a new whiteboard on which to write a new message. A new message. I've been thinking a lot about and praying for the Floyd family, as I'm sure you have been. Praying for the jurors, prosecutors, praying for the defense attorney, praying for Mr. Chauvin, not for retribution, for insight, praying for insight and a change of heart, a realization of what he did on a deep level. Praying for Mr. Floyd's girlfriend who testified. She was very moving to me. But especially praying for the young woman who shot the video. I don't remember her name. But I remember that she testified that she has been praying, or she has been, praying and crying every night, that apologizing to Mr. Floyd that she couldn't do more. And I just want to grab her, and as I'm sure other people have, and say, oh, honey, none of this would have happened without you recording this in this way. Sometimes we want to do more to face up to the evil around us, and it is so overwhelming. All we can do is bear witness. Bear witness to what is happening. Bear witness to our faith. Bear witness to what we know is true. She knew what was happening, and she recorded it. She bore witness. and the truth won out. God won out. Justice won out. So today, as you, whatever the weather is, wherever you are, I invite you to pretend for a little bit that you're in Rochester if you're not, and think about looking out and seeing just a spring snow on the ground, and with outcroppings of flowers and bushes and trees, outcroppings that are not covered by the white. But I invite you to think of snow on a day like today as a gift from God to remind us that we have a new beginning. We have new opportunities, new chances. And while you're doing that, say a little prayer. Up to you what or for whom you pray, but say a little prayer. We have a lot of work to do, but this was definitely a step in the right direction. Thanks for joining me for the Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church, and I look forward to seeing you here next time. Or, if you need something in between, there are other Prayerful Pause episodes, of course. But there are also worship services. And a couple of nights recently, I've had trouble sleeping in the middle of the night, and so I put on our worship services. And there's something just so comforting about being in the presence of worship when you can't sleep. And I know I'm not the first person that my sermons put to sleep. It's really bad when you put yourself to sleep. But it's that sense of community and being in the presence of the holy that calms the waves. And in this case, invites us to breathe deeply of God's goodness. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. God bless. And bye for now.